Hello, my name is Scott Howland. This is a blog for my master's class at National University, Master's in Education with a specialization in best practices. This blog is for my class 675, Matt 675, integrating multimedia. So I figured for this class I would integrate multimedia and perform a spoken word. Well, really, I'm just talking to the camera. Perform and discuss the questions that are asked for me for this assignment. This is assignment 1A, digital literacy. For this assignment, we were supposed to watch 4 videos: be a digital citizen, the essential elements of digital literacies, Mark's sermon on kids and digital literacy, and Matan Griffel, Crash Course in Digital Literacy. I liked 3 of these 4 videos. Unless I'm mistaken, the Matan Griffel video was more of a video about how to code than it was a video on digital literacy, and I was not a fan of it. I did, however, watch it all the way through, and while it did have useful information, especially about how we can't expect others to do things for us, we need to come up with why we need to be the solutions to our own problems. I thought that was really useful and good information. Basically, digital literacy is the offshoot of computer literacy that we learned about in the 90s. Computer literacy is basically understanding what to do with a computer and how to use them. Digital literacy takes that and goes to the next step, including social media and other things along those lines. Social media, learning about our phones, our iPads, computers, digital web, all of those things along those lines. It's something that I, as an instructor slash teacher, find very useful in the class. For a lot of times, it seems my students have greater understanding of digital literacy than I do nowadays. Things are moving so fast that I'm learning new things all the time. But because of this, we can see that learning and teaching in the 21st century is very different than it was when I was first learning and being a student. I graduated high school in 1998, so I've learned a lot since then. I spent a lot of time outside of school, in school. Things have changed differently. I would describe myself as a learner in the 21st century as someone who still relies on a lot of the crutches that he learned when I was in school. I know certain things that will work, and I continue to do those. I know that reading a book and looking things up at the library will work really well, so it's something that I can do. But it's the 21st century, and Google is a thing that exists. So I see myself as someone who wants to take advantage of everything that we have to offer us. We've got Google, we've got social media, we can ask questions online. There's so much information out there that is I describe myself as a learner as someone who's always looking for more. I want to learn more information. I want to find out what's going on. And I'm constantly striving using whatever new technology. Heck, this is the first time I've created a video blog of me just talking. I mean, sure, I'm getting extra credit for it, but it's something that I wouldn't have thought was even possible 5 years ago, let alone 20 years ago when I was in high school. Um, how do I describe myself as a teacher in the 21st century? A bad one? But I think that's a good thing. It means I'm always striving to do more and get better. There's so much that I have to learn, and I know that. So I'm constantly wanting to get better. There are new programs being put out on a regular basis. There are new theories that we are learning that will help our students that I don't know right now, but I want to know them. I want to work. I want to get better. I see the use of technology in the classroom, and I want to engage my students with that technology. Using a PowerPoint and just discussing and just putting the slides on the board is no different than a teacher who wrote on the blackboard 20 years ago. It's just performing it in a different medium, and it won't require your hand to hurt as much when all is said and done. I like the idea of keeping students engaged and engaging them in a multitude of different manners, especially nowadays, to keep kids interested. There's so much out there that will keep them busy and keep them occupied on other things that I then the in the hour to hour and a half I have them in my classroom, I want to keep them engaged in my subject of social studies. Now, granted, I'm not always going to be able to do something along those lines, but I'm striving and I'm trying to do better. I'm not quite sure in the future what I'll be doing, but right now, I want to get better. My name is Scott Howland, and I hope that you've learned something from this.